What's going on, party gang? How we doing today? It's your boy Kamon, and I'm gonna bring you guys a TG deck profile. And this one, how does he do it, bro? How does he do it? But yo, I know y'all see, I got that shit on me right now. I'm gonna be honest, yo. Anyway, this deck, such a fun deck. Y'all know I love synchro decks. Something about like little monsters turning into like really big monsters by like combining. I think it's because like I like Power Rangers and stuff like that too, so maybe that's why. But this deck is so sick. They didn't ban Calamity, so therefore we're gonna keep abusing the OTK potential. And yeah, that's all the deck has going for it. Gonna be honest. Once Calamity gets banned, this deck is gonna be obsolete until we get something new, I suppose, or like a new strategy. This is literally all we have, bro. We literally have nothing else, and it makes me so upset. Let's get right into it. I'll show you guys the main deck and the extra. It changed around a bit. The main deck has changed around a lot, and so was the extra deck. So first things first for the monsters, 3 TG Rocket Salamander. This is the best monster in your entire deck. This gets you into any and every one of the monsters that you do need, despite their levels. Just has to be a different name, obviously. So this guy actually has 2 effects. The first effect, on field, you could tribute any TG monster on the field, so including himself or a different one, and then summon a new TG monster from your deck straight to the field, but with a different name. Is it a deck or an in hand? Yeah, it's from the deck. Yeah, so has to be one from the deck, but it has to be a different name. So if you tribute himself, you cannot summon himself again. Has to be a different one with a different name. But you can summon more level 1s if you really need to, you know what I mean? So 3 of him, maximize on him at all times. This is a true 1-card starter into anything that you really need. So yeah, just 1 Salamander or 3 Salamander. Next, we're only running 2 Screw Serpent. Screw Serpent is the second best card in this deck. This is your junk synchron for this deck, but his effect is on summon, so if it's special or normal, you get to bring back a level 4 or lower. Is level 4 or lower? Yeah, level 4 or lower TG monster in your graveyard. Bring it back to the field, but negate its effects. Also, another effect this card does have in the graveyard, you can banish it to like modulate a level of a TG monster. So that's pretty good. So your end boards are gonna be like with these 2, and like this has 2 effects. So the other effect, I didn't say the other effect of this guy. If you control machine TG monsters on the field while he's there, you can target a TG monster in your graveyard, plus summon it back to your field. So it's a monster reborn also. So yeah, you guys can kind of see the synergy. Should be this to summon this effect, bring this back, boom, level 5 right there for you. You know what I mean? So yep, that's it for the 3-ofs and the 2-ofs. Everything else is just 1-ofs. So we do have the 1 Tank Grub. We do have the 1 Cyber Magician, which comes in clutch. So good. The 1 Gear Zombie, the 1 Drillfish, and the 1 TG Booster Raptor. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. These are the only level 1s that you will be playing. And these 3 are tuners. These 2 are non-tuners. And yeah, the best part is they're all searchable and summonable because of your Rocket Salamander, bro. And or of your TG limiter removal. That also searches them out. And also of your TG all clear. Like that searches them out too. So like everything in here for the TG monsters, they're all searchable and you can get them in some way, shape, or form. And like it's not like a hassle to try to get them. You can just, I want this, I'm gonna go get it. You know what I mean? It's not hard to get. Kind of like in Manadium, if you really need a Visas, you can get a Visas. You know what I mean? So same kind of concept. So that's it for the TGs. I don't think you got to play any of the other ones, if I'm being honest. Like, I used to actually play Warwolf and all that stuff, but, like, other engines in here are just so much better. And, like, the best part of playing, like, a low TG monster count, you can make room for, like, other stuff. So, like, engine and, like, et cetera, et cetera. So now, obviously, we are playing the 1 Dio Bullstar, the Black Witch. You want to play this card at 2, you can, but I think it's fine at 1. Honestly, I don't think you got to play it at 2. Since we are playing this, you guys know we are playing the Sinful Spoil package, which is very, very, very good in here. So then your best target is actually Rocket Salamander, because he's a level 1 and he's a pyro monster. So it's always live no matter what, baby. So yeah, one of her, and then everything else is just hand traps. So you play 3 Ash Blossom, 2 Droll and Lockbird, and 2 Nibiru, and I guess I'll just put it up here. I don't like doing that, but it's whatever. 3 Imperms. So this is it for your hand traps. Again, there are certain decks where I feel like you don't need hand traps, and there are certain decks where I feel like you do need hand traps. So you play all of these hand traps because you do play crossouts in here. So you have so much room for everything. Like, crossout is always live no matter what. And I put these hand traps in here because, like, these are the main ones that can stop you from playing Yu-Gi-Oh! So having the crossout in here, like, plus, so the thing about these hand traps, they're good going second and they're good going first because they're good targets for your crossout designator. You know what I mean? Droll hits a lot of decks, Nib hits a lot of decks, so does Ash, and so does Imperm. So, like, you're pretty good going first and or second, but therefore you do want to go first so you can actually lock out your opponent with calamities, if that makes sense. So that is why we are playing these ratios of the hand traps, plus, again, the crossout too. So, because again, you want to make sure your plays do go off. The deck is very cute and very awesome, so it's like, yeah, bro, if you're going to play it, definitely play it with this build or with the crossout designators. That makes it 10 times better. So now more spells. I actually did opt to put in 3 Upstart because I don't care about giving my opponent more life points, because essentially if you can't even activate cards, you're not playing the game regardless. You can set, but sure, I can do more than 11k to you. It's not that hard, you know what I mean? 2 of your monsters alone do 8,000 off rip, you know what I mean? And then one of them does burn damage also, so then you can still, you know, it's not hard. So having a 37 card deck over a 40 card deck is more ideal, so therefore the Upstart is good for that. So 3 Upstart just to make it more consistent. And then obviously the 3 Wanted with the 1 original Sinful Spoils. Again, this engine is amazing, it's top notch, and this card can literally, this is your main target, bro. This is like, getting this card is not hard or difficult whatsoever. So shout out to Konami giving this deck a little fire engine, and it's gonna be even better once we get the new Bonfire card. We can also search this guy out too, so that's gonna be pretty cool. Cannot wait for that. But yeah, just this engine is super good, very consistent. You get a lot of value just from having this in here. So yeah, there's no reason to not play it. And yeah, okay. And then 3 more, obviously 3 TG limiter removal, and then obviously 2 TG all clear. These cards are busted. These cards are very good. So what this card does, you pitch a card from your hand to don't hit graveyard, right? Nope, just discard card. And that's a cost to discard, and then you add 2 TG monsters from your deck to your hand with different names. So this is how you search out any combo, and this is a true card combo because, like, you can just get, like, once you get into your Mighty Striker, you're pretty much good to go from there. You know what I mean? Like, it's clips from there from your opponent. You know what I mean? So yeah, and the other effect, if this card is in your graveyard, you can banish it to target a TG monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. So this can recycle back your stuff. And all clear is super good too. So you can destroy a TG monster on the field or hand to add a TG monster from your graveyard or deck to your hand. So remember, you can search it out from the deck or graveyard. It being in the graveyard is actually very important because sometimes you will run out of your Screw Serpent. So putting it back into your hand with this is very important. Other effect, this makes all your TG monsters on the field into machines. So therefore, it turns this on, and it does turn on your trap card. And the best part about this card, you get a additional normal summon. So it's just busted, bro. I wouldn't play this card at 1. Playing it at 2 is just fine. If you want to play it at 3, you can, but I like this card at 2 because, like, it is searchable off of your Mighty Striker. Both of these are actually. So yeah, that's it for these 5. And then I am still main decking 2 talents plus the 1 called by, and to round it off, we are playing the 1 TG close to round off the main deck. That's solid 40 cards. Again, with the Sinful Spoil stuff in here and with the upstarts, you're not really gonna brick per se. Like you're gonna have some pretty good hands in here, in my opinion. So yeah, having like talents in here plus the called by is essentially a 4th crossout. You know what I mean? That's why you play it in here. But talents is also good too because like you're gonna fight against people who do not know how to fight against TGs, which that's totally valid and fair. So it's like if they hit something, you can cross out that card. You know what I mean? And then you can punish them for doing anything, looking at their hand and then getting rid of another hand trick in their hand. You know what I mean? And then TG Close is just your Omni Negate that is searchable / you can dump this card to the graveyard and then recycle it back. It's just broken. So that's it for the main deck. That's how 40 cards. Again, the Sinful Spoil stuff in here makes this deck 10 times better, bro. 10 times better. So it's like, yeah, if you do want to play this deck, if you want to be like a diehard TG player, you need to play with the Sinful Spoil stuff. I think it is mandatory. But let's get into the extra deck and then wrap this deck profile up for you guys. Happy New Year's, by the way. I think it's going to go up on New Year's, maybe? Yeah. Now, for the links, we are playing the 1 TG Trident Launcher. You don't go into this guy too often, but when you do go into him, he does do things for you. So, playing him in 1, it's on some, like, better. It's nice to have him than to not have him, you know what I mean? So, the 1 Trident Launcher. I'm still rocking the 2 TG Mighty Striker. This card is so broken. So, what this card does, on summon, you'll search for a TG spell and trap card, and then add it to your hand. So therefore, your main targets are either going to be, where's it at? Your limiter removal or your all clear. Mainly your all clear, and you can search this card out also. So that's pretty cool. It can synchro summon during your opponent's turn. It is a synchro tuner. Best part about this guy, when he does hit graveyard by any means, you get to dump a TG card from your deck straight to the graveyard. So 9 times out of 10, you're gonna dump your TG Close. But if you open up with TG Close, you can just dump your limiter removal because it does have a grave effect. So that's pretty good to know. So dumping those cards are pretty good. It's never a dead draw, you know what I mean? So yeah, he's part of the main combo, which, yeah, pretty easy. Actually, I'll show y'all. I don't mind. For the 5s, we are playing the 1 TG Star Guardian, the 1 TG Wonder Magician, the 2 TG Over Dragner, the 1 TG Gladiator. You have to play this card, and then the 1 Hyper Librarian. These are for the 5s. You play a lot of 5s. Librarian, draw a card. This card is actually very important because you do want to make another level 5 that is not a tuner. It's very important. So like, if you're gonna play this deck, you have to play with Power Guardian. I think this card went up in price, I think, a little bit, but maybe, I'm not too sure. There is a common version, so not a big deal. But yeah, you need to play this card because, like, you can make this, again, sure, but you don't want to waste its effect because this is the best card in your extra deck, is obviously Over Dragner. We know what Wonder Magician does, draws a card. Star Guardian recycles stuff for you, summons from your hand. So, what this card does, this is your reverse speeder. So on summon, you can bring back as many TG monsters from your graveyard back to the field, but if you do, you're locked into the TG monsters after that. So keep that in mind. And also, if this card is destroyed, it hits the graveyard. Yeah, if it's destroyed, you draw a card, and that effect is not once per turn, bro. It's not once per turn. So if you have 2 of them, if they're both destroyed, just draw 2 cards. So. And Hyper Librarian just lets you draw a card every time you synchro summon. So, pretty good. I'm going to show you guys in the combo. It's really easy. Next, for the 10s, we're only playing 3. The 1 Baron de Fleur. I actually put back in Shooting Star Dragon TGEX. There are times where, like, you can summon this. Summoning this is very, very important, so definitely play this card. And we are playing the 1 TG Blade Blaster for the round off of the 10s. Again, part of the combo. You can summon these during your opponent's turn. So, yeah, not a big deal. For the 12s, we are playing the 1 Crimson Dragon, the 1 Calamities, and then obviously the 1 TG Glaive Blaster. This card is amazing. You make this naturally, so therefore these 2 are definitely a must in here. If this gets hit, then the deck is pretty much dead, bro. I'm going to be honest. So, but anyways, that's it for deck profile. That's solid 40 cards, 15 extra deck. I'm going to show you guys the full combo. Why the deck is super good. So the combo here takes 2 cards. It could be Rocket Salamander and any other level 1 TG monster. Does not matter which one it is. It could be a tuner or non-tuner. Better if it is a tuner though, I'm gonna be honest. But It could be a non-tuner too. Sure. You know what? Yeah, let's make it a non-tuner. How about that? Okay, so here is the combo here. It takes one Rocket Salamander and it takes one level 1 non-tuner monster. It doesn't matter if it is a tuner. It can be a non-tuner too, but it's better if it's a non-tuner. So all you gotta do, very simple. Start off by normal summoning out your Rocket Salamander. Use the effect tribute for cost. You're gonna summon out your Tank Grub here. This is your level 1 tuner. Now you want to summon out your booster right here. Hello booster, how you doing? Synchro summon these two together. Make your Maya Striker Chain Link 1, and your Tank Grub is going to be Chain Link 2. Very, very, very important that it's Chain Link 2 because you do want to try to chain block. I have a token here that I can use. We could just use, there we go. I have a Dragon token here. There we go. So with those two, boom, boom. Search for your all clear, very important. And now, token here, keep that there. It's going to be there the whole time. Activate your all clear effect. Target your Mind Striker to destroy it, and then you're going to actually search out your Screw Serpent. Mind Striker effect, you're going to actually dump your TG close to the graveyard. So now you have all these cards in the graveyard plus your token on the field. So now you're going to additional normal summon out your Screw Serpent effect. You want to target your either Salamander or your booster, does not matter which one. Bring this out here, or even if they impermanence, that's fine because you have another token here. That's fine. Now, Synchro summon these two, and now you're going to make the best card, which is your TG Over Dragner. Over Dragner effect here. Bring back 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Sure. Yep. These 4 right here. And again, you have a non-tuner here. So now, what you want to do? Synchro summon these two together. Again, it could be used as a non-tuner. You're gonna bring out your Hyper Librarian right here. Now, this makes all of them machines. So therefore, your second effect does come up. Use your Salamander to actually target your Screw Serpent. Bring it right back to the field here. And now Synchro summon these two together. And you're gonna actually make your Star Guardian, right? Librarian Chain Link 1, Star Guardian Chain Link 2. So Chain Link 2. You want to actually target your Screw Serpent, add it back to your hand here, and then you want to draw a card. Doesn't matter what you draw. Star Guardian effect, you actually want to summon out your Screw Serpent to your field here. So now that that's there, now you want to Synchro summon your Screw Serpent and the level 1 non-tuner. And then you want to actually make, again, your Power Guardian, and again, draw a card. That's why this card's important, because it's good to make another non-effect monster. Now here's where it gets kind of cool. So what you can do here, you can Synchro summon 1, 2, 3. These 3, so this is a tuner, non-tuner, non-tuner, right? You want to summon out your Glaive Blaster. Again, draw a card. Now, you want to use his effect here. You want to banish your Star Guardian. And then when that banishes, you could chain his effect to bring this card right back. And then your TG Glowstone Graveyard will chain its effect, setting it face down because the TG monster did actually get banished. And boom. Now Synchro summon these two together. Summon out your Blade Blaster. Oh, did I draw a card off of it? I did draw a card. Now with this on the field, right? So now you're going to pass your turn. So now with this, you have your level 12, your level 10, and your face down TG close. You want to end your turn during your opponent's draw phase. If they have no response in the draw phase, very important, you need to use your TG Blaster, Blade Blaster's effect. You need to actually banish your Mighty Strike during the draw phase. This will get banished, right? Activate this effect, you're going to bring back your Mighty Striker, right? During the standby phase now, it's a new standby phase, your TG Blaster will actually come back, right? During your opponent's main phase, ask if they have anything during the main phase. If they do not, you can go Mighty Striker effect, Synchro summon during your opponent's turn. We're going to make Crimson Dragon, effect on summon, target this, bounce this back, summon out your calamities, your opponent cannot stop it. And the best part, they can't really respond to like your this or like this, because you do have your counter trap face down, and you do have 3 other cards that is in your hand that you did draw off your TG. So therefore, that is a full lock out your opponent, and yeah, you're good to go from there, man. Hope you guys did enjoy this deck without me. Hope you guys make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to the video. See you guys next time, man. Have an awesome one. Peace.